Can you walk me through for people who don't know what does the pitching process looks like? How what do you begin? Who do you call? How do you even get yourself in the room?
I mean, it always helps to have, the cinematographer of the project, who in this case was Oren, vouching for you. It always helps to have a champion. Every person pitches differently. Everybody has their own way of doing things. Some people don't prepare, they just wing it and they just go on pure instinct alone. I believe in preparation. I also believe in instinct. You have to have a little bit of that. But I believe in going in with a pitch deck, having imagery to show them like you have a vision. You're a director, so there's a vision. We're not gonna film on the GFX Eterna and and do just black and white and not show color. And then I also want to talk about my leadership style as a director. That I'm not going to yell at people and throw Pepsi cans at PAs and things like that. And that I know how to bring together a crew. That I have a breadth of work, even though I haven't directed a giant blockbuster yet, so I can't, or giant commercials for Chanel yet. Don't have that under my belt yet. I did direct a movie for Sylvester Stallone, right? So I've directed a $7 million feature, so I have some experience, and I have a crew base I can pull from, and so I went in with pitched my vision and also pitched the ability to bring a team together and keep it under a certain budget, and said, I will steer the ship. So you go in with a certain level of confidence, but not too much confidence. And then I think a certain level of calm, and everybody does it differently. But for me, it's just like being a human being. And in the end, I think with, in film is a collaborative art. And I think what everybody's always looking for, because we all have to spend a lot of days together, sometimes months, sometimes years. It's like, can we tolerate that person for a long amount of time? And so oftentimes we don't know because you're working with somebody new. So in the pitching process, a lot of times producers or brand people are kind of operating on instinct themselves. Like, what's the feeling that they're getting from this person? And sometimes you roll the dice and they turn out to be nightmares. But I think on this process, like Fujifilm and I got along really well. And obviously they got along with Oren, and it was a wonderful marriage.